Good morning, my dear children. This is P. Vasantakumar, social teacher from DAV High School, SDSTPS, AP Genco, Naltur. Welcome to the chapter Ideas of Development. In the earlier class, we learned about define development, explain different development goals of individuals, describe income and other goals. Learning objectives of this session. By the end of the chapter, you will be able to how to compare different countries or states, explain income and other criteria. Now let us start. How to compare different countries or states. You might ask if development can mean different things. How can we call some countries have developed while the others are called undeveloped? Before we come to this, let us consider another question. When or compare different things, they could have similarities as well as differences. For that question arises, which aspects do we use to compare them? Let us take this example. How do we compare different students? They differ in their height, health, talents, and interests. The healthiest student may not be the most studious one. The most intelligent student may not be the friendliest one. So, how do we compare the students? The criterion we may use depends on the purpose of comparison. We use different criteria to choose a sports team, a debate team, a music team, or a team to organize a picnic. Still, if for some purpose we have to choose the criteria for all-round progress of children in the class, how do we do it? Usually, we take one or more important characteristics of persons and compare them based on these characteristics. Of course, there can be differences about what are important characteristics that should form the base of comparison: friendliness, spirit of cooperation, creativity, or mark secured. This is true of development too. People have different opinions about national development. For example, the person in USA may think his country is more developed based on the criteria of wealth and industrialization. However, a person from India may think our country is more developed based on the criteria of ancient traditions and cultural heritage. No criterion is more important than another. However, we need a globally accepted criterion to compare development in different countries. And that criterion is money or national income. More income allows people to buy more things or require their development. Therefore, countries with more income are considered more developed than others with less income. The income of a country is the sum of incomes of its entire population. Different countries have different population. Thus, country A with a large population and low income may have a greater total income than country B with small population and higher income. Though in reality, people in country B may be more prosperous than people in country A. Thus, total income is not a reliable criterion to comparison national development. Since countries have different populations, Comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn. Are people in one country better off than others in a different country? The more reliable criterion for comparison of national development is average income is given by total income of a country divided by total population of a country. Average income is also known as per capita income. World Development Report brought out by the World Bank. This criterion is used to classifying countries with per capita income of 12,600 in US dollars and above per annum in 2012 are called high income countries or rich countries, and those with per capita income of 1,035 US dollars or less per annum in 2012 are called low income countries. Until less than a decade ago, India comes in the category of low income countries because its per capita income in 2004 was just 28,000 per annum. It falls under the category of middle income countries as the per capita income in India rose faster than that of many countries. Its position is improved. Rich countries, excluding countries of West Asia and certain other small countries, are generally called developed countries. As we can see in this map, the countries in blue are developed countries. While averages are useful for comparison, they also hide disparities. For example, let us consider two countries A and B. For the sake of simplicity, we have assumed that they have only 5 citizens each based on data given in table. This is the average income for both the countries. Consider a country A with a population of 5 people who have approximately similar income. The average per capita income of country A is 10,000. Now consider a country B with a population of 5 people who have one person as a much higher income than the other 4. The average per capita income of country B is 10,000. Note that the large income disparities in country B is not reflected to per capita or average income, which is the same as country A. In another word, country A has less inequality in the distribution of income than country B, whereas country B has no equitable distribution of income and as rich and poor people. Hence, it can be said that per capita or average income is useful for comparison. It doesn't tell us how this income is distributed among people. Why do we use averages? Are there any limitations to their use? Illustrate with examples. While taking total income as comparison, the total population varies from country to country. Big countries have higher value than smaller countries, so averages are taken. So what happens when we take averages? Averages neglect inequality, so the real situation of improvement is not reflected. That's why averages are not useful for comparison. They hide disparities. Now, on one hand, average income, and other hand, we have other criteria. Earlier, when we looked at individual goals, we found that people not only think of average income, but also they have think of other attributes of development. Like they want more income That is the primary goals, of course. But apart from that, other important goals: liberty, respect, freedom, equal treatment, peaceful life, security. So let's compare the three states. First one on basis of per capita income, that is average income. This table gives the per capita income of Punjab 78,000, Himachal Pradesh 74,000, Bihar 25,000. We find that of the three, Punjab has highest per capita income and Bihar is at the bottom. This means that on average a person in Punjab earned 78,000 in 1 year, whereas on an average a person in Bihar would earn only around 25,000. So, if per capita income were to be used as the measure of development, Punjab would be considered the most developed and Bihar the least developed state of the three. Now, let us look at certain other data pertaining to these states given in table. Infant mortality rate per 1000 means if in an year 1000 children are born in one given area, out of that how many survive, how many died, the number of children who die is given here. That is 42, 36, 62. Best is here Himachal Pradesh. Literacy means anybody who knows read and write when they come to the age of 7 and above will be counted as literate and illiterate. On that line, again Himachal Pradesh is high literacy rate 94. Net attendance rate. Out of the total number of children in age group 6 to 17, the percentage of children attending school. Here again it has to be Himachal Pradesh. High attendance rate, that is 90. So what we understand, Himachal Pradesh is better in all areas except in per capita. It tells that the people in Himachal Pradesh are happy. Why are they happy? The reason is there. The public distribution system and food grains everybody is getting. Second one is people are healthy. And third one is their education system is better improvement. Next session we will discuss about illustrate public facilities and interpret development as progress over time. Thank you, my dear children.